Hello, this is Jamaric5288, and today I want to talk to you about this little tool here. It's called a P-38, and it takes the place of this big tool right here. So, I'm going to show you where it came from, it's an old soldier tool, and how it's used. Let's get to it, all right? I hope you all enjoy this video, and don't be afraid to buy these. They don't cost very much. They sell them on Amazon, and they sell them like 6 and 20 in a pack. Just make sure they're steel, okay? Just make sure they're steel so they do not break on you. Look at that. I love this tool. Love it! Let's get to it. So today we're going to plant some sage. So that's what we're going to do today. Let's get to it. Have you ever been in a situation where you brought a can, or you had a can, but no can opener? You're at work or you're somewhere else and you have canned goods that you purchased, and then you realize, I don't have a can opener. What am I going to do? Well, there's a tool that the old soldiers used to use, and it's called a P-38. Y'all don't need to see the rest of this stuff. You need to see this little thing. It's very small. Look at the digit of my finger. Maybe an inch, maybe an inch and a half. I got small hands. And this tool, this little thing, can open your can for you. You don't have to run around looking for something, because I have been at work and could not find a can opener. Could not. And I had a can of food. I didn't know what to do. You know, you could use a knife, but who carries a knife with them all the time? Well, maybe some people do, like me in my car. But I don't carry a knife in work. So I always carry this little tool. So that's what this video is about. This is called a P-38. P-38. Papa-38. Let's get to it. Let's get to opening our cans. Hello everyone, this is Jamaric5288. Yesterday I showed you one of the 4 things that was on my keychain. This is called a P-38. The military issued this to the Vietnam vets and some of the people afterwards that were eating T-rats because they needed to be able to open cans. I noticed that nowadays they're coming out with these type of cans that the lid pops. I don't particularly like these cans because sometimes they can pop on the top, and that could give you botulism. I know that they try to secure it as best as possible, but this one, man, it looks like a little bit of rust is forming around it. So I prefer to have cans the old-fashioned way. You see that? This is a can of pears. So I'm going to sacrifice my can of pears to show you how to use the P-38. So here's my P-38 on my keychain, right? For the sake of showing you, I'm going to try to do it with the keychain on it. So what you do is you open this thing up, right? I'm gonna take it off. Ouch. Just giving me the blues. It's giving me the blues. I'm taking it off the keychain. Don't take yours off because you don't want to lose it unless you have a spare. So you open it up like that, right? You take your can. You put, I'm a lefty. You put it on, you see I have this thing on the lip, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to latch that on the lip, and I'm going to turn it in a downward motion. I've already popped the can, right? And you just keep on. I'm going to pull you down. So you see there I've already punctured the can, right? So you take this and you put it on the lip, right? You see that? And you take the P-38 and you keep on rotating the can while you're taking this thing. While this thing is in here, you take the can, right? And you just move. Why is it giving? It's giving me a hard time because I'm on camera. You just move this thing around. And I'm not going to get the whole can open. I'm just going to get it open enough to get the contents out. This is for when you're desperate, you're at work, or you're in a survival situation where you don't have a can opener, and this is all you have. This thing comes in handy. I've used it at work, actually. And I've opened cans for some of my coworkers. They kind of looked at me like I was, you know, an alien. So I got that open, right? I'm going to take one of my knives. Stick it in there. Pull the knife away from you. And just like that, I have my pears, my cans. So I have a caveat. Make sure that when you buy these things, I mean, well, you can, first of all, you can get this from Amazon, from sporting goods stores, from fishing supply stores. I think Walmart has them. But when you buy them, make sure, first of all, you shouldn't be spending a lot of money on them. They shouldn't cost you a lot, all right? I think I got maybe 5 of them for $6.99 on Amazon. It was years ago, but it's probably the same price. But another thing is to make sure that it's steel. This thing says steel company, U.S. Steel Company. Make sure that it's steel and not aluminum. Steel is hard and it can go through these cans. It can go through these cans. Aluminum will bend. Make sure they're steel, and make sure, you know, you get it from a reputable place so that it doesn't break off on you. These things are made well. I've had this thing for what, 15 years? And it's still going. I don't use it all the time, but when I need it, I need it. All right, so watch the video on how to do it and practice using it. It takes a lot of wrist strength, so if you don't have a strong wrist, it may not work for you, but it's better than using this. Because some people take a knife and they stab it into they stab the knife into the can and start opening it with the knife. But if this knife cuts you, you have to go to the doctor. This little thing, it shouldn't cut you. Well, it will cut you if you're careless, but you got to be careful with this too. Another thing is, but it's not as dangerous as this. Another thing is, if you're going to the airport and you have this thing on it and they see this, they'll take it from you. It's considered a weapon. It's similar to a razor. Most TSA agents don't notice it because it's closed like that, but some of them know what it is and they'll take it from you. Now, I've had it happen to me and they put it in an envelope and they said they were going to mail it back to me. I never saw that P-38 again, and that was the one that the Vietnam vet gave to me, so I had to replace it. Hindsight 2020, should have gotten out of the line and mailed it myself, all right? There's always a mailbox at the airport, always. Or you could turn it into Lost and Found and come back and claim it, or ask Lost and Found to mail it back to you. They're not going to mail it back to you for free, but they will get it back to you if you claim it, because they're going to give you a number. There's a number on every Lost and Found lost and found item gets a number and gets stored in the storeroom. They don't just throw it in the box anymore. They actually log them in. So when someone's looking for something, whether it be a P-38 or a laptop, they can find it for them because they have a register of everything that was turned in. They don't have, it's not a box. It's not a box. It's a storeroom and it's organized, or it should be. Ours isn't here in Austin. So you can get them to send this thing back to you. It's not going to cost you much to mail it back. I mean, if that's what you really want, or you could just order another one. But make sure it's steel. You're going to get several of them. So, you know, give one to your wife, your kids, whatever. Just make sure that they don't play with them because you can cut somebody with this thing. And at school, they might consider this a weapon. So be careful to not give, maybe you shouldn't give it to your kids because they might not see this as a tool, but as a weapon. So anyway, I hope this helps you guys out to open cans. You don't need a P-38. A P-38. P Papa dash 38 is what we call it. P-38. You don't need a P-38 until you need a P-38 or a can opener. One of these little can openers, Keychain Can Openers, until you need a can open and you don't have anything around. Don't do this. I see guys do this, using their knives. Don't do that, it's dangerous. Try to get a P-38. This is Jamerica 5288, and this is my video on, if I can find it, a P-38. A keychain can opener. There we are. Get it straight, girl. I hope you all had a good time, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, bye.